Didn't have to be done, and I did it. Anyway, time for the next match. I'm surprised. I thought Mythos was going to use Aqua Force, but apparently he realizes he's Anchor. He's got to beat 2 people, so he's just saying, let's do this. Overlord.
The lack of Kagero. Good God. And the Blaster Dark sleeves versus the Maelstrom sleeves. Well, on my screen, Maelstrom sleeves.
Yeah. Mythos said that these were the first sleeves he won, and he won them during a fight. Weird thing is, he said
Yeah,
he said he got disconnected because of it.
yeah. I was in a fight with him because he was just like, "Oh, Zon, come practice with me," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And we both got disconnected and kicked off the server. And I come back, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I just won Blaster Dark sleeves." And I sat there with the saltiest face. I'm like, "But I can't get Maelstrom sleeves. But you get Blaster Dark sleeves." He sat for like,
And it was his first win. That's the funny part. I'm gonna laugh if Mythos finds a way to retire Emily. I know it would be messed up if that happened, and that just worked. I wish we could
"Oh,"
see what that. Oh,
and you're
Overlord.
gonna burn out probably.
If he has
Let me see.
burnout in hand, then Asuka's about to cry inside. There we go.
Ah, yep.
There we go.
And no more pale motion evidence for now.
And no more Pale Moon problems. Camille is
Scoop,
silenced.
scoop.
Camille is silenced. And that is Asuka's main method of getting soul in this deck. She can't do it now. So I wonder, does she have a plan B? Because she doesn't have cards that fill her soul as fast as Emil does.
Run a Mega Blaster? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Mega Blast, Soul Charge Infinity. That was a good guard.
And we see Dragonic Overlord, a Break Ride.
Dragonic Overlord. The Break Rider.
It's kind of weird how they just kept the name Dragonic Overlord. But I guess,
They
Kai gets.
literally did it so that Kai had a cross Break Ride. They had no other reason.
And on top of that, the can get the crossroads still
They
something.
weren't thinking about the end. They literally just wanted to give him the ability to have a cross Break Ride.
I wonder if it occurred after the thought. It was just like, oh, well, now the end can gain power.
No, they thought it through. Keep in mind, Bushiroad is the same company that put out the ruling for Miss Mist and Cat Butler days before they revealed the Legion for Nova Grapplers.
True, true. Not to mention they did clarify the ruling of Chaos Breaker and that B Blocker Sunking thing.
You mean in the Palipadum?
Yeah.
The funny thing is that they actually originally got one of Chaos Breaker Dragon's rulings wrong and then changed it. Originally, they said that you could only use Chaos Breaker's Limit Break once at the end phase because the others would miss the timing. Then they
Right.
changed it later to say, "Oh wait, no, that's not how it works. You can do it as many times as you need. You can do it as many times as you need to in one turn."
Probably was just like, well, we need to sell this card as quickly as possible. Let's just break it.
No, it's because they looked at it and realized, wait, Vanguard doesn't have timing. There's no reason why they can't do this.
Now, if this
They,
was
they
Yu Gi
had to
Oh!
remember their own rules. Also, they wanted to just make sure that Chaos Breaker could make them as much money as possible.
Right. So this.
Also I think it has to do with the animators just deciding to use the card that way the first time they showed it. because that's how Kai used it against Miwa. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, if Kai's gonna do that against Miwa, might as well make it its normal ability. We're not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, good God. Yu-Gi-Oh is something else.
We're not Yu-Gi-Oh where we're going to give the cards effects that they don't actually have, then sell them off, making people think they can do the things they see in the anime when they actually can't.
I can't tell you how many times people would log in. Ooh, yeah. Speaking of that,
Yeah, he doesn't use Rebirth. Well, he uses two Rebirth in this, but it's mostly a the end deck. Speaking of the end, he has a discard just now.
which probably leads me to believe. Oh, okay.
Dragonic, Dragonic Overlord over Dragonic Overlord.
I just rewrote the the original unit and then did the counter blast 3. Just like attack, withstand, attack, withstand.
Attack, you guard, I restand. Attack, you don't guard? Okay, I'm gonna restand. Attack, you're not guarding that one either? I'm gonna restand. It would be a
Yeah.
complete waste of its abilities, but it would still be fun as hell to watch.
So now we know what to expect on the next turn for Great Ride.
Which probably tells Asuka she needs to end it. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the tools with which to do that. She has no soul. It's not something you hear from Pale Moons often, but no, she is soulless. Which means she has no use of resources left. Pale Moons can't do any of the things that they normally do. She's using a normal deck now. She is basically using a vanilla deck. Did she really just risk that and get those two cards?
Oh wow.
Are you shitting me? She risked it and got those in particular.
Oh wow. Hmm? Oh, okay.
By the way, the end with Dragonic Overlord Break Ride is literally broken. It's OP as fuck.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Because Overlord Break Ride isn't like Dauntless in that you know how Dauntless actually needs to
Attack
happen
first.
first. Dauntless
Yeah.
skill needs to happen first before anything else. The
Mm-hmm.
the Dragonic Overlord doesn't have that, so if you no guard the Vanguard and he has a copy of it in hand, he can just choose to do that and then attack the other rear. And if you do guard it, he just gets the counter blast and stand.
Well, if he hadn't taken that, he probably would have gotten reverse or rebirth,
Yeah, if he hadn't taken the hit, he would have gotten rebirth and he would have been able to use it.
which would have been even scarier.
Um, kinda.
I mean,
In this situation, the only difference it would be is more drive checks.
right.
It wouldn't even be more hand. Mythos has to guard all this, but then again, he's at 13k. It's easier than normal.
Right. Oh.
And she realized
Ooh.
it. She realized he's at break ride, so she's gotta start doing things differently. She has to start hitting
Right.
for cross ride numbers.
5 cards in hand. Might as well just go out.
He has guard.
Interesting.
Oh no, she did that because Calamity Tower Wyvern is is a really bad booster in this situation.
Plus it's striking right there, 15k.
Yeah, but it only hits for 15 to an 11k Vanguard.
So, 2.
And there's a heal trigger. So now they're both gonna need a 10k guard. And more importantly than that, Mythos can afford a hit now. Well, let me rephrase that. Mythos can, in theory, afford a hit. Zelma's still the unit in Soul.
It takes either that or the Vanguard, then Pale Moon Shenanigans.
Yeah, and I think he's taking that into account. He has the guard, because he can just drop the heal trigger and intercept if he absolutely has to. I think he's just trying to count how likely she is to critical. Oh, fuck.
Mm.
She has 8 criticals in that drop zone. And she just he just one passed and got it. He just one passed and it worked.
Another heal trigger. Wait a second. 2 different heal triggers? Wait, huh?
Yeah, he has more than one different type of heal trigger.
Oh. Nice.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What? Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I'm
That
like,
that was
invisible
confusing
doom.
as shit. Okay. I think Mythos thought too far ahead on that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's killing the intercept. That might have let's see what happens from
Hmm.
that because that might have made the difference.
Wait a second, let me see the.
Asa got a grade 3 in the last twin drive check if I remember right. I probably don't
I'm wondering why Mythos didn't put back the end with Dragonic Burnout.
because it goes to bottom anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
That might have done it. Yep, good games.
Good news.
That was
Good
a good
news.
match.
Alright, and lastly we have the answers.
Yep.